This is Jim Milligan with Fustinis. Welcome to our Friday with Fustinis. I'm here with Mallory.
Hello.
And Katie's behind the iPad.
Hi.
And Denise down in Holland.
Hello.
And we're excited today to be showing everybody our new Southern Hemisphere Chilean extra virgin olive oils. So we're going to feature a couple recipes to show how this fresh oil finishes real simple dishes. This was different this year. Our select oils, we were obviously not able to personally travel to the Southern Hemisphere and select them. So we leveraged our relationship that we've had for 6 years or so with Paul Vossen out of California, who's a renowned global olive oil expert from the terroir, the ground, the growing of the olives, the processing and milling, and then very importantly, the sensory side of olive oil. So Paul, we work with Paul. Paul selected with us 3 new olive oils from the Valparaiso region of Chile, which is just a little bit north of Santiago. 2 of them were harvested and milled on May 1st, the other one on May 15th. They're decanted. It takes a couple weeks to do that. And then the supply chain starts. And in this pandemic, here we are at the end of August, finally getting these in, shipping up through the Panama Canal, into New Jersey, through the port to get packaged for you to consume. But we've got them. They're beautiful. Mallory and I are going, and you're going to be able to join us to taste these. Where? In the stores, we can't do tasting still, but Denise has got a plan for a virtual olive oil tasting program. Denise, why don't you tell them a little bit about that?
Sure, Jim. So hopefully next week we'll have available. It is a kit with the 3 early harvest extra virgin olive oils in a 200 milliliter. And it's also going to include a little sheet that has some times and dates of when we are going to do a virtual through Zoom tasting, similar to what Paul Vossen did, similar to what we're going to do in just a little while. Your kit is also going to include the 2-piece pourers. It's going to include this olive oil list of characteristics and flavors that you can use to help pick out flavors that you taste. And then it also has this, which is something that that we rely on Paul Vossen to also put together. And you may have seen it because this is the same information we have in our stores. So it talks about how fruity it is. It talks about how herbaceous it is. It's got the polyphenol count. It's got the acid count, and just all the information that you would need for this delicate, this medium, and this robust. Your kit is also going to include some little tasting cups like this, probably a little bit bigger. And they're going to come with a lid like this, so it can start to capture the essence of the olive oil before tasting. So Jim, if you're ready, we could start with the arbequina.
Yeah, let's do. Actually, we're going to fill your cup with the Cortina, because the first recipe that Mallory's going to do is a salmon crostini. And we're going to use a more robust oil, which is this Cortina. So join me. This cup is obviously, well, first of all, here's the oil.
Beautiful label.
Is that the right one? Yeah. Here's the oil, and here it is in the cup, and you can see that it's a little greener than normal. It doesn't have that yellow flavor that you often see, and that's because it has only been 4 months since this was harvested and milled. So we're gonna, as we do in the store, we're gonna give it a little heat with some friction on the hand to kind of release the some of the flavors from the oil, we've got a lid on this thing. So we're going to get that first. Well, I get a little bitterness, lots of herbs, Denise.
Yeah, I get a really green, like olivey smell.
Right, beautiful. And then we're gonna taste this. We're gonna strip it. You see tasters doing this with, or I'm going to. I don't know if Mallory is.
I don't know how to do
But
this.
we're gonna strip it. This is what they do with wine, olive oil, anything. And this is to get the full flavor across your whole tongue. And it will give you a little peppery sensation on the back of the, like right now, so you clear your throat. So this is a robust oil, yeah, robust oil that's going to add flavor to a dish. And that's exactly what Mallory has in mind with this Salmon Crostini. So Mal, why don't you start to describe what's happening here?
Okay, so we're going to make some delicious salmon crostinis. I am going to have my dad, Jim, here. What we're going to do, we've cut up a baguette. You're going to want to, you'll probably get about 12 pieces. I would do pretty thin pieces of the baguette. And then we're going to brush both sides of them with the olive oil here. So we're using the Cortina, but it could be fun to switch it up. You could do flavored oil, put a little salt on there. Yeah. And then we're going to put these in the oven at about 425 for about 6 to 8 minutes. And then we're going to flip them over and they'll get nice and toasty. And then the first thing we're going to put on those when those are ready is we're going to do some Greek yogurt, pretty simple, lemon zest, salt, and then we'll put a little oil in there as well. So I've got my Greek yogurt here. It's about half a cup, but just depending on how much you're making, you can kind of judge it by that. So we've got that here. I'm going to use a little bit of lemon juice. Give it a good flavor there. And then we're going to zest a lemon. And you could do this, honestly, for the base. For the base, you could do a lot of different things. We've done it with cream cheese, which was really good. When we did that, it was kind of fun. We mixed in some flavored oil to the cream cheese and it softened it and then gave it that good flavor. I think we did it with garlic, but you could also do it with dill, which would go really well with the salmon. So that's kind of fun. You could do like an herb cheese. So Boursin would be awesome. My dear sister works for Bell Products, and that is one of their products. So that was her suggestion this morning. So that would be another really good option. But we're going with the Greek yogurt here. You could also do plain yogurt. It doesn't have to be Greek, but this is what we've got. So we've got some lemon zest in there. We're going to do a little bit of flaky salt. Delicious. And then we're also going to add a little bit of olive oil, Fustinis.
Well, I'll be darned.
We've got a little bit of that here. So get a little drizzle in there. And we have magically already made some of the toast. So Jim would grab those. You could put 2 in here. I feel like it'd be really good if you had some like crumbled feta you could put in the sauce to give it a little extra something. So that looks good. And it doesn't, the flavor of this sauce, I wouldn't say needs to be too strong. I feel like you kind of want to highlight the flavor of the salmon, but it's got that good, like cool, creamy. So we'll just dollop a little bit of that on there. You could also, we're going to just put dill on the top. but you could also put dill in with this mixture. You could do creme fraiche for this, would be awesome as well. So get that on there.
A great little appetizer.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have some smoked salmon here, so we're going to go ahead and put a little of that on each one. The last time we made these was when we had a little photo shoot going on for some Crostinis.
Yeah.
And they were so beautiful and extra delicious. So we'll put some salmon on here. And then we're also going to do a couple peas on each one. Mm-hmm. Dad, you want to put a couple?
I'll
do your best
happy.
There.
Yeah.
And then we've got some dill here.
Look at that pea placement.
Yep.
These would also be really fun, you know, like for an appetizer, but also for like a brunch, any sort of, they'd be fun to bring to like a brunch party. Mm-hmm. We did a brunch charcuterie a couple months ago, and that was awesome because it'd be great with it. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. One more now.
Perfect.
Oops. Come on.
And then if you would like to do the honors of, let's do actually a little bit of flaky salt first. Okay. And then we'll do a nice little drizzle of the oil on there. Super cute.
Yeah, it looks really nice, Mallory.
Awesome.
All right, and then a drizzle of the robust.
So super Coratina. Easy. You're definitely going to get the olive oil there. That tastes yum.
Beautiful.
So there you have it. That's our first easy recipe. We used the oil in our little sauce here. We did the toast with it, and then finishing on top.
Yep. Beautiful. So we might enjoy a couple of these while you're at it there, Denise. Over to you in Holland. Thank you, Mallory.
Sure. So the next one, the one that I was going to use the most of is our Coratina, which is this one right here. So I don't know, Jim, if you have a sample to try that one.
Which one?
The Coratina.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Koroniki. Sorry. It just.
Oh, you're on your own on that one.
I'm on my own. That's right. Yeah. I'm on my own. It just arrived UPS today. So I get to try it all by myself. This was actually rated as one of the highest Koronikis that Paul had tasted before. I think it got a perfect 10. And hang on, let me read these. For the complexity, balance, fruitiness, and overall, he gave it a 10, which is really, really high. So this has a really good hints of like banana, and it's more like tropical, I would say. So I guess I get to make the stripping noise now, don't I? Wow, is that ever fresh? And it's got definitely like the banana tropical fruitiness that you would get. And a little pepper, definitely. So I like this because it's a medium, and that's the one I tend to use the most in cooking. And a couple recipes that I thought of and came up with was one we actually had when we were in Spain. And I've already put it kind of together. I haven't drizzled the olive oil. But as you can see, so basically this is one of the biggest heirloom tomatoes I could find at the farmer's market on Wednesday. And what I did was I popped it in some boiling water for about 30 seconds, and then the skin just peels right off. So I took So I took the skin off, and then right now it's got some oregano, and then I'm going to add some flake salt to it. And then all you do is drizzle this koroniki over it and around it. And then I thought I would show you this first. I think when we had it served to us in Spain, they had wedges already cut, but I wasn't confident in how it would turn out for myself. So I'll cut it before we eat it and then just serve it with a crostini as well. So as you can see, the top with the salt makes like almost a little paste. Let's see if I can tip it. So it has a little paste that's kind of running down and around. So really good. The flavor is just going to come through so well with the tomato and the salt. The other recipe that I was going to use the koroniki on is, and I kind of put this all together, kind of flying solo today, is just a pasta dish. Simple pasta. It's got some burst heirloom cherry tomatoes. It's got a little pancetta in it. I've got some shaved mozzarella on top. It's got some green onion as well as some basil in it. And this is another one too that, you know, you got your tomato paste taste that comes with your pasta. And I'm just going to drizzle some more of this koroniki. Especially on this white plate, you can really see how green it is. And so this is one of my favorite ways of eating pasta. And I'll just add a little more sea salt to it. And yeah, a nice romantic dinner. So I do want to give a shout out to my parents who are celebrating their 56th wedding anniversary today. And also this weekend, my in-laws, it's their 65th anniversary this weekend. So a lot of amore, pasta eating happening maybe. So sorry, I still have a tickle in my throat. So those are my two dishes. I kind of made them up ahead of time, but as you can see how easy it is to throw them together and then just drizzle some olive oil, and those flavors being so fresh are just gonna pop and blossom and just enhance all of your ingredients. Thanks,
Awesome.
Jim.
Hey, do you remember that early morning bus trip we took from Madrid down to the Andalusia region in Spain, and we stopped at a truck stop for breakfast? This is one of my favorite breakfasts in Spain, and a great story is simply what they served, and you really didn't have any choice other than coffee or blah blah blah, was a baguette sliced and toasted with a slice of fresh tomato, fresh olive oil, obviously, and salt. And that was breakfast.
Pan con tomate.
Exact. Pan con tomate.
Yep.
Beautiful. So it's so simple, and the flavor comes through, and it's really good for you. So we're going to finish up here with a salad that Mallory's going to do. It's a radish salad. And we're going to finish this with our arbequina delicate oil. Again, this is from the Valparaiso region of Chile. And so Denise, join us in tasting this arbequina from Chile, which Paul helped us select. Let's get the nose. Now, see on this one I get an herbal flavor or a nose and a little butteriness.
It's a little softer, definitely
Softer
than the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Really fresh, but buttery.
I love that.
Yeah.
A little bit of, definitely a soft, not as much as a kick at the end.
Right. Yeah, you don't get the scratchiness. So that's gonna complement this salad that Mallory's made versus be kind of a front forward flavor on the salad. So Mallory, show us what you got going here.
Okay, another pretty simple dish. So this is, the recipe is a rainbow radish recipe. Unfortunately, our grocery store didn't have any beautiful rainbow radishes, which are so gorgeous. So we've got just regular radishes, which are going to be great too. So what I've done here is just used a mandolin and just really thinly sliced. It was just a bunch of radishes, so not a ton. I soaked them in a little bit of water for a minute just to get rid of the kick a little bit. And then the recipe calls to salt on the radishes and just make sure you get it in there with your hands to get into the radish. So these already taste really good, but we're going to add some other things to it. So we are going to add the juice of about half a lemon.
Boom.
One boom. That's all we need. That's a lot. It's a juicy one.
That is a lot.
And then we're going to use our amazing cheese grater here. It's just our favorite. And grate a little bit of Parmesan cheese onto here. Put on there. Good. Now we'll just give this a little bit of a toss. Smells really good, the lemon. It smells awesome. And then we're also going to add, with a fork, you can just kind of crumble some Parmesan. So this will just give it a little bit of texture. We're gonna add some of that in here. Beautiful. And we've got some torn basil leaves here. So we'll get some of those in there. That'll give it a good, nice freshness. Mm-hmm. Lovely. And then a little bit of salt. It already does have salt, on the radishes, so we don't need a ton, but just give this a little toss. And then that's almost it. We're gonna put this on a nice little plate here.
Looks good, Mel.
Mm-hmm. I think it's gonna be really good. A nice little side salad. Okay, and then the arbutina. We're gonna drizzle that on top here. Yum. Mm-hmm. And then we're gonna top it off.
And then
a little
really
lemon
nice
zest
on a white dish.
Yeah, the color of the oil, it looks so pretty. And voila, super simple and delicious.
Great, that's beautiful, Mallory. Thank you. Two great, simple dishes that really show the flavor of these fresh select olive oils out of Chile that we just got in. So that concludes today's program. I hope that you are inspired to try these select oils online or in our store. I hope you have a great day today and look forward to seeing you next week on Friday. Thank you. Have a great day.